mentality was get him to prescribe me 3 8s a day, which was very easy.
So I just want to point out the truth in your own story, Matt, and I think you know this as well. You say in your video that when you went to the doctor, you were already dead set on manipulating that doctor and receiving the max amount of Suboxone you could get, which, I mean, 24 milligrams is almost the max amount, okay? 4 strips is the max amount that you can get prescribed usually. So you went in there with the idea that, hey, I'm going to manipulate this doctor and I'm going to get as much Suboxone as I want. So already you're not in it to win it. You're not trying to change to get sober. And that right there is where everything went wrong for you, was with your own behaviors, your own choices. When you came in there, do you not think that doctor thought, this fool's manipulating me? Do you not? Of course he's going to tell you you're going to be on this medication for the rest of your life, because if you're walking in the door and you're manipulating the doctor already to get the most amount of Suboxone you can get, then of course he's not going to have any hope that you'll ever be able to get off of that medication, because you're not walking in the truth. You're not trying to change and be better. You're trying to get the max dose of Suboxone so you can stay fucked up and do whatever you want to do. And that's what I think is really important for people to hear when people like Matt share their stories. The truth is in his own story. You were not ready or willing to make changes in your life, and that's why Suboxone did not work for you. When you get on a medication like Suboxone, you got to be in it to win it. You got to be ready to change. When I got on Suboxone, I had been in and out of residential treatment centers for over 10 years. I had been in and out of Alcoholics Anonymous for over 10 years. And I had only been able to put together 6 to 9 months of sobriety at a time, and I would relapse every time. Then my son got taken from me. And that was tragic, and it was serious. And that lit the fire within me to make a change. So when I got put on Suboxone, I started out on 1 8 milligram strip. I moved up to 12 milligrams to stabilize, and I stayed at that dose. And I stayed at that dose for years before I started titrating down all the way down to 1/4 milligram. If you come into contact with a doctor who just keeps giving you meds, who doesn't try to encourage you to make changes, positive changes in your life, that's on you to advocate for yourself to make changes. I'm not trying to be mean to you, Matt, but let's remember, you relapsed on Kratom, 6 months ago, and you're back in sober living. Okay? Maybe if you had went in to see that Suboxone doctor with the attitude of recovering instead of getting the most amount that you could have gotten, you would be in a different position than you're in right now. But that's all in the past. Instead of advocating against a medication that helps so many people, share your truth. Make sure you really focus on the fact that you went in to get as much medication as you could. Make sure you focus on the fact that you were being dishonest and manipulative. Because, baby, the fingers are pointing all back at you. You were unsuccessful with Suboxone because of you.